Hello there, everybody. It's not my usual random, but it is Remnant 2, a game that I had gotten recently due to a buddy of mine being real chill. I much appreciate it too. It's not going to be a story playthrough, nor is it going to be like a random that's going to appear multiple times. This character may be used, or maybe seen a lot, but if he is or is not, all kind of depends up to my overall mood and how easy is this to record, how well the recordings go. And also, assuming, like, friends and family get it and we can all coordinate, as is the hardest part to get done. I just figured this would be a little bit fun, showing off the game. It is a new thing. It's fairly popular, too, and I do enjoy games like this. I'm not the best when it comes to dodging, as my 8 brain is 90% geared to melee dodging instead of shooty. I can't separate Remnant's dodge everything versus a dodge most things. In fact, I think in Dark Souls and even Elden Ring and such, I would struggle with dodging projectiles. Because my brain does not comprehend. It's like, I could dodge either melee or I could dodge projectiles. Can't do both. Mortal State was another one where I struggled with that. I could get the timing down for one, but the other would often be hard. You're taking a long time to load. I do not think the game and the recording software like each other very much. Well, this is worrying. Really do think it is the game and the recording software not playing nice with each other. There we go. Give it a moment. Are we okay here? We good? No, I don't think we are good. Well, do it live. Yeah, I'm on the full Windows full screen. Ah, there. That's a problem child right there. And all of a sudden, things are much better. Well, hopefully speaking. I do not know.
Real pretty. Yeah, I don't trust this place.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about a lot. I don't know how the saving kind of goes. I remember talking to this guy, but I don't know if, like, it saved that. I'm just gonna go check real quick if the monsters are still around. Doesn't look like it. Let's talk to him real quick, because... okay, so he does...
Farewell, Battletech.
Okay, so he remembers, so maybe we don't have to go back and do something. This is... I chose, obviously, the Handler class, or the like, Beast Tamer type class. One moment here. And that is mostly because, if I'm going to be playing alone, I'd rather be playing with a companion of sorts. What's this? Yeah, like... Go. I think it's go. That's, okay, so that thing got 6 limbs. And tendrils. A wolf? Mutated wolf? No, that's not a wolf tail. I don't think that's a wolf tail. It doesn't look furry. Didn't notice. I don't tend to notice stuff about the environments going through my first time around because I'm so focused on looking for stuff. I'm normally looking like this, like where's all the secret stuff on the ground? Brushing my face up. Like for example, this. I almost stood around this for like a solid 5 minutes, just like there has to be something here. Ankle breaker slide. He's a good boy. Yeah, everything's still cleared out, which is good. It seems like we still have the map, so I got here and here I can try. Oh, are you problems? You're not problems. Oh, I'll leave them be. I'll leave them be. They didn't attack me, I don't attack them. Now, if they unfortunately end up in my crossfire at some point, that's not my fault. Ooh, okay. It's over here. Ooh, that's over there. I'm guessing it just, yeah, I can loop back around, too. The bird was there. Oh, well. I do not need to activate my weapon modules. I'm quite okay. Oh! Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? He goes and takes out the bad man. Who's a good boy? I didn't realize there was a bridge there. That's an item. Okay, maybe we'll just take a quick look at little bridge. There were 2 items. Iron. What's this? It's purple. And makes a noise. Oh, tome of knowledge. Nice. That is going to be helpful. And don't you mean it's currently? No, it's going to be, because I'm not spending my points yet. It's over here. See nothing. I'm more... You might find that I occasionally go for, burst fire when using my main weapon, even though it's fully auto. It's just something that has been kind of ingrained into me. Oh! Look at that good boy! Look at the good boy! Look at him doing good boy stuff. Okay, little wooden... I am contractually obligated by the game to throw myself into everything that can be broken, except for those. Those hurt. In order to find more scrap. He's a panty boy. He needs a drink. He needs some water. Oh, I rolled over. That's his job. Comedy. Alright, let's go up the creepy abandoned shack. There's no way this could possibly go wrong for me, right? Did he just jump? That was a big jump, buddy. That's a big jump. Oh, it's not like I could have picked that up and used it, I guess. Oh, and he teleports. Was there any point to being up here? You got a little perch. No item, there's no... Maybe this is a spot I'm going to need for later. What's this? Well, there's officially nothing here. I'm glad I went here and did nothing. Oh, maybe there's stuff beneath the house. Can I? Yeah, I can. Doggo leap? Doggo leap. Well, I can't get beneath the house. Maybe through here? No, there's not much here either. Dang, I really thought there would have been something over here. Well, I guess we try going on the bridge first. I wonder if the enemies are conscious enough to shoot that. the environment worse for me to fight. He is a really panty boy. He's just excited. He wants to go get to fight. He's gonna give my enemies a rough time. Gonna prove that they're all bark and no bite. He's got the paws for the job. Ah, speaking of things. This. And why is my fur... It's blue, me. It doesn't... She is very pretty.
What summons me from my ethereal wanderings?
Dude.
Czar. What kind of beast is this? Tech. I can share my wanderings with you, but first, I seek the knowing, the truth of nature held within your ark.
My what?
You want to answer? So I will ask. Answer these questions true, sweet beast, so that your ark may be known and your eye may open. And do choose wisely. Answer from your heart.
By the way, real quick, it looks like I got a little face on my claw there. But sure, I'll try.
You are the ruler of your people, but a small group of rebels has taken arms against you. You could seek out a mutual solution, but doing so prolongs the conflict and may bear no fruit at all. Or you could wipe them out and end the conflict immediately. Do you treat with the rebels, or do you preserve the peace?
The less permanent solution, I feel, is the any means necessary, because so dissidents, survivors from it would just see you as a monster. Again, yes, winners write the history, but people who live long enough to remember the history and pass down their version of what happened face it in a very different way. And all it takes is one of them to come along and ruin things entirely. On top of that, it's definitely not going to let you be sleeping at night any easier than if you took, the longer route. Yes, you'd have more bodies on your hand, and again, the people's hostilities between each other would be worse, but, that could be calmed down, and the sins of the father could be forgiven in later generations, so yeah.
Fascinating! You and your youngest kin often go hunting, but the younger has never felled a mark. One day, a magnificent beast appears, and they cannot tell whose shot struck true. You know that their shot flew into the bushes while yours found the beast's heart. But out of pity, you tell them that they struck the killing blow. Upon your return to town, your kin proudly claims the kill and is offered a job by the town butcher. Do you allow the butcher and your kin to believe your deception? Or do you admit the truth?
That's rough. On the one hand, he could learn on the job. On the other hand, that might also put him in danger. Because, telling the truth is the better thing. Even though it'll hurt. But it would be important for them to know the truth, because, they could just be seriously hurt. And not just even seriously hurt, they get into situations that they are way in over their head for. It crushed their spirit a little bit, and they would probably action on Elijah lie, but ultimately, I see no point in lying and trying to keep up the lie. Keeping up the lie would be so much harder, and so much worse in the long run, especially if you're found out later.
I see. An illness spreads through your village. An apothecary has created a cure.
Oh, Lord.
But it has become lost, mixed among the apothecary's poisons. The only way to identify the cure is to treat patients with unlabeled vials, killing a few, perhaps, until the cure is found to save all. Do you kill your patients to find the cure, or is it better to let the illness decide?
I don't know about this one. This one doesn't make me feel right either way. On the one hand, it's like, you worked so hard to create the cure. Why did you freaking come up with a labeling system? Why did you put the cure with the poison to Mr. Apothecary? That's where my question lies. Or, I mean, I would like tell them first, like, hey, we mixed it up. Whomever is the braver of you, or the gambler, I think it'd be better.
Now let me think. Oh yes. You have fallen madly in love with an immortal. Your love for them is so strong. You know them to be your destiny.
I don't like where this is going.
To be with them, you may eat from the tree of life and become immortal as well. But your family and everyone else you care for cannot partake. They must grow old and eventually die. Do you abandon your mortal family, or live out your days without your one true love?
I don't like this question. I've been like, this feels like I'm answering the same few questions at the start of Dragon Quest. This is rough. I'm a very family-oriented person. Like, you guys know this. I've talked up my family so many times in these videos. Okay. Let's rationalize these choices. So, remain mortal without my love. Ultimately, people will say there are plenty of fish in the sea. You can always find new love. You know, you can always keep looking out there. You know, and there's so much like you can do in that scenario. You know, without your true love. On top of that, you know, immortality means you're not going to be fatally taken out by time. You have to be taken out, assuming that's the type of immortality we're working with here. So the real question is, would you? Because if it's immortality in that sense of the word, where you will not die from age, but you can die from other means, then you could live an immortal life without your true love, because they could be killed in that sense. So in that case, absolutely you would want to go with the remain mortal without my love, but if it's the other type of immortality where you know, nothing can take you out, then the question then becomes, what are the limitations? Now, again, for everyone else, the answer is obviously different. You know, if you're not as family oriented or you don't care much about your family, obviously, you know, like I'll take being with my true love. But I'm also a bit of a romantic, so I'm over here like, it'd be tragic, yes, and ultimately, one could rationalize that your family would want you to be happy, and you would be happy with your true love, assuming that, you know, the scenario that she's presented with us is just like immortality and bliss, right? So, you know, and what you could also argue that you would be able to start your own family of immortals, and you'd be able to do so with, you know, without that having to worry about, oh no, they're going to grow old. And no, it's just the family that you would leave behind, effectively. I do not know what to pick. Like, I can already hear some members of my family being like, yeah, no, if it's your true love, you know, by all means, go for it, because they're supportive like that. I don't know if I could handle that emotionally, mentally. Like, I don't age a day, and yet my mom's over there, and you know, I can see time's effect on her, and it'd just be like, that's my mama. You know, and again, one would also argue it also hurt less for your parents, because you would outlive them. As I've seen many times before, the worst thing for most good parents is that they outlive their children, and that hurts. But I would also, in this scenario, you would also outlive your siblings. You've grown up alongside, and I know that losing your siblings, especially when you're close to them, is such a traumatic and tragic event. even if they go peacefully, even if they go happily. That's the question, though. And one could also argue, just because, you know, you take the immortality doesn't mean you're gonna see them necessarily grow old. Because, again, tragic things can just happen. You know. Okay. Oh, I don't like this question. If I'm answering for me, I would say probably remain mortal. But if I'm answering as my character, who I don't think has much family, and only has friends, I think he'd go with...
I see your wheels turning, sweet beast. A powerful and determined warlord is about to set fire to a crowded cigarette.
Son of...
You have his eldest son in your custody. You could stop the warlord by hurting his son, breaking his arm, and threatening to do worse unless the warlord relents and gives himself up. Do you torture your hostage, or let the crowd fend for itself in the fire?
I'm gonna be called wrong for this one. No matter what I pick. You know. But honestly, yeah, no. Sorry, kid. Ultimately, it's a lesson for your Sorry about that. Ultimately, it's a lesson for the father to learn. Like, A, don't be a warlord and threatening innocent people, and B, don't leave your son with such lack of security that I could get to them. Yeah, sure, he'd be able to maybe do something to me afterwards, like, oh, I'm gonna, just because I'm in prison, I'll still be able to get you. It's like, bro, I'm going to not make the same mistake as you. But no, that's not gonna happen.
You'd be surprised how little I hear that response. You have chosen your path, sweet beast. Your will is strong. The fire of the Ravager's eye glows within you.
What? What? Huh?
In the arc of every being, there are two eyes. We may see out of either, but most favor one over the other. The Ravager's eye is dynamic, driven, and endlessly hungry. Yet for all its power, its vision is clouded. The eye of the Ravager rarely sees beyond its own satiation. Like an animal chasing its tail, it knows no rest. The doe's eye sees only what is before it. The gift of the doe is subtle, easily missed. It is a most mysterious presence inside oneself, conferring power without force, just as the doe itself cannot be sought, nor tracked, nor hunted. By answering true, sweet beast, you give me a wink, and now the gifts of your dominant eye will be open to you. Would you care to hear a tale? It is about those who see as you do.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this tale, for... Okay. I'm gonna hope this doesn't make me answer right away, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to mash that button quickly. Won't even have time for an intro. But I think we're gonna leave it here and then continue on the next one listening to this tale. And, you know, the doggy pants in the background. He's a tired looking. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you liked it, you know what to do. I much appreciate you if you do. Please don't judge me. Until the next one, I just want to say, laters.